Welcome back. It's the GameChanger. So today we have another transformation video for you. I'm super excited. I'll walk you through step by step on the parts that I can. Now, I apologize in advance. I forgot to record the side taper. I don't know how I forgot to press record, but I did, and I didn't realize till I was editing the video. But I'll teach what I can in this video. So this young man came in with locks on the top. His mom brought him. It was good energy in the room. He had his little brother with him. Fun fact, right? He almost messed his whole edge up. I gave him the clippers to cut a lock off. I can tell he was nervous. He was about to go straight to the scalp. Luckily, I still got some quick reflexes left in me. I was able to grab the clippers before he got to chomping on that edge up. You will see here soon, but yeah, we'll get to that. So what I'm doing, I'm cutting off locks. He's getting a high taper with a 1.5 on top. So he has a very loose, his locks are very loose in the ends, which allow me to grab multiple at a time. So what I'm doing is I'm looking where the hair locked at last, and I cut that off, and I leave all the rest of the new growth there. Now, usually after a client, see, I just got excited, I just started doing stuff here, but I kind of been doing it for a while, so I was comfortable enough to feel like I knew that I would get a good cut without cutting too low. So now, usually I'll wash the scalp. The reason why you want to wash after the client's had a lock, for one, you want to get a lot of that dead skin, a lot of the product out. He actually came in with none of that, very clean scalp. And also, if you can look, his hair has been manipulated and it's been growing in squares because it's been pulled in the square. But it wasn't that bad. I can tell by his hair texture, it wasn't super dense, very well maintained, had a lot of minerals in the scalp. So what I did was I just opted, instead of doing instead of doing the wash, what I did was, let's wash this real quick. Oh no, it's after his little brother. Her little brother just came in and shoom, quick. I was nervous. He did it so quick, I couldn't even really react. But watch big bro. Oh, right there, quick. Oh, did y'all see that? Yo, we legit was like, oh man. We had a good laugh about it, and I had to guide him through. But yeah, so back to what I was saying. With his hair texture, it was easy. I can tell as I combed through, as I studied, I can tell I was gonna be able to manipulate this pretty easy, get those lines and parts out. So instead of me doing a full wash, I just took the hot lather, I warmed up the outer layer of the hair shaft, the cuticle, and I knew that I can get a good manipulation result with just that. So first things first, I cut it down with the 1.5, the plastic 1.5. Why do I use the plastic 1.5? Because I also have a detachable 1.5. For one, the plastic 1.5 allows me to use the lever, so I can do a high 1.5 or a low 1.5. And for two, that metal guard, the detachable guard, is true. It's a 1.5 true. So whatever you're cutting, if that hair is not laying down properly, you'll gap it, you'll space it. So since I haven't manipulated the scalp, some hair is still standing up in certain spots, multiple growth patterns, I opted for the safe route. And then after I use my hot lather to lay the hair down, what you see me doing right now, this is the hot lather manipulation technique. I put it on nice and thick, and then I take a warm rag, soften and swell those cuticles up so I can now see the growth patterns. I can see where the hair is dense. I can alleviate some of those growth patterns to grow the right way. So I can alleviate the misdirection of the growth patterns and then make it grow the right way. So then I'll come back with the metal guard if needed to even it out, lay it down smoothly. And yeah, that's why I do that. So, like I said, I teach, one thing I always mention in my videos is that a haircut is about manipulation. See, now this is the metal 2, then I come back with the metal 1. A proper haircut or a great haircut for the desired look, you want to be great at manipulation. This is the one time in life that manipulating is great. So if you can manipulate this hair to make it conform to how you want to do it, what you need from it, that'll be great, because you're helping the client get the desired look. I'm just talking right now, so I'm trying to figure out some things that work. So yeah, I hate that I missed this, y'all. I started editing right here, and then I realized, damn, I don't have the next clip. I don't know how I did that, and the taper came out so beautiful, you all. So I'll try to make it right on the next video for sure. But I'll get to the back part in a second. I just went straight to the back. So what I'm doing here, right here at the nape of the neck, the lower part of the skull, what I'm doing is I'm getting a nice guideline. And I talked about in my previous video, my 2-line method. And one thing, so he's young, so his head is still growing. So the scalp is actually loose on his skull. As you can see, that skin moves a lot. So to counter that, when you're cutting the kids, you want to stretch the skin. If you see I'm using my off thumb, I'm pulling that skin to manipulate it so I can get a nice tight scalp, and I could just fade from there. And then from there, what I'm doing is I'm that primary line, which was that first line you saw me put in, I'm blending it into that primary section, which is the section there. So again, you don't want to take that section with that light section. I want it to transition into the darker hair. And in my last YouTube video, if you watch, I really did a thorough breakdown on my 2-line, 2-section method. So you can kind of go watch it, and I'll do it again in future videos. But for now, let's just talk about debulking. Still, if you see me going up with my 1.5 guard. So when you debulk, you're taking the guard that's the same length as the haircut, or a guard that's a little bigger for more dense hair so that you don't take too much off, and I'm thinning the hair out. So I have this saying, the lighter the area, the easier it is to fade it. Meaning, if it's really thick and bulky, it's very hard to get a smooth transition. But if you could take some of that bulk and thickness out, now when it's time to fade and transition, blend those two sections together, it'll be much, much easier. So essentially what I'm doing is I'm taking this white guard, right? I'm gonna debulk with the 1.5, a little higher. Then I'll take the 1 guard, my black guard, and then I'll debulk again, but I won't go as high as I did with the white guard. Then I'll take my no guard, so I usually use the gold FX here, the gold Fabulous clipper here, or I use my magic clip, and then I'll bring the sections together. So right here, what you see me using is my 1 guard, like I just stated. Also, the comb is very important. It's an essential piece. It helps keep the hair spaced. When you're using a brush, what happens is you kind of clump that hair together, and it's, it can give a much choppier fade. So me personally, take some time getting used to, but I use the comb. I'm super excited. Like I said, I hate that I missed that side taper. You also, what I'm gonna do is I want you all to watch what I just kind of explained and broke down to you, and I'll be back when it's time for the edge up. Because my next step on this back part is to blend these two sections together. So you watch, and I'll be back soon. All right, so when it comes to the back edge, we want to keep it as natural as possible. Luckily, it's easier when the client's hair grows out towards the ear versus when it goes opposite way of the ear or when it grows down. It's literally like edging the front edge up when it grows like this. So we just keep it nice as natural as possible. Take the excess hair off. Again, one indicator I like to use is I see where the hair grows thickest at, especially when the client hasn't had an edge up in a while, and it's on you to create the line. Just find where the hair grows thickest and you can never go wrong. I just clean up the back. It's looking really, really good. So whenever I do these transformations, my biggest thing is I want to make it look like they came in with the haircut they're leaving out with already. Like it grew in this way. All right, so let's talk about the edge up. It's time to edge him up. So he has a thicker growth on his edge up. So what I do is like to debulk as well. Same way I debulk with the white guard that you saw. What I do is I take a comb and I use the clipper and I just take a lot of that bulk out. It helps the hair lay down. So that way, when he washes his hair after the haircut, it doesn't run and curl away. Then I figure out again where the hair grows thickest. If you look, I can pull from the top and bottom. I find out, okay, his hair is a little thinner on the other side. Keep it nice and thick. He has a very skinny side edge up. So what I like to do is I'll stretch that skin, and again, I find where it grows thickest. I'm not trying to create a large edge up. I like to keep his edge up how it grows natural. And then I pull the skin the opposite way, tighten it, and I do the same exact thing. I feel like I could have delivered that last message to you on the edge up better. So what I'll do is I'll find the video and I'll dedicate solely to teaching how to edge up with the razor. But yeah, you can just watch me, look at my hand movements. And again, if you all have any questions in the questions, please leave them in the comments so that way let me start putting some videos together based off what you all want to know. I think we're kind of at that point. What are some things that I can kind of help you with the best that I can without being there with you? I would love to do that. So yeah, let me know what you need help with and we can go from there. But let's watch the video. I'm almost done. Thanks for sticking around. Make sure you like, subscribe. This was a short video. I just wanted to kind of voice over and hit some key spots for you. If you have any questions, let me know. Like, share, subscribe. Let's get me to 300,000 subscribers. I'm trying to go for that milli. I got a lot of good content to drop. I got 2 really dope transformations. I had a lady, she flew from Maryland from one day to get a haircut by me. Another guy, he cut his locks off to get a mohawk. I haven't did a mohawk in ages. So that's gonna be a really dope video. Imagine going from 13 years locks to a mohawk. That was a challenge for me, I'm not gonna lie, but I can't wait for you all to see how it turned out. This taper turned out immaculate to me. I love it. Let me know what you all think. If you stuck around to the end, let's pick a word. Let's comment. I couldn't think of a word. Let's comment GC. If you stuck around to this point in the video, comment GC. I appreciate the dedication, the watch hours that you all give me. Oh, look at this, before and after. God, that look good. All right, I'll see y'all later. Comment GC. See y'all soon. He always like this. Lay it back. That's how my oldest daughter is.
Yeah, you just gotta, yeah.
Are you ready? Nervous? Huh?
A little bit.
A little bit. I'm trying to figure out how to film. What you think? You like it?
That's clean.
If I match up.
Oh, that's nice. That's real nice.
You like it?
Yeah.
My God. There you go.